everyone, and welcome back to the show. I'm your host, The Vigilante, and I'm back at it with another video. So for today's video, I'm going to be reacting to GameCross when it comes to the new Oblivion remaster. Now, he did a previous video where he was saying, oh, it's probably going to be an $80 game. I thought he was batshit crazy for saying something like that, because I didn't think Microsoft was going to do that. So far, Microsoft has been the only pro-consumer thing. But come to find out, they're releasing it at $50, and GameCross is admitting that he's wrong. Let's find out. Now, for spoiler warning, I do actually enjoy GameCross. I got nothing against GameCross. I just want to sit there and see what he has to say.
How's it going, everyone? And the Oblivion remaster is officially out. I will take the L. I was completely wrong. Look, can you guys blame me for being a little pessimistic in gaming these days? We got $80 games. We got $70 Last of Us Part 1 releases. That the fact that Oblivion Remastered is out right now, and it's only $49.99, and it has Shivering Isles and Knights of the Nine, the story expansions baked in there, and the additional downloadable content, Fighter Stronghold, Spelltomb Treasures, Vile Lair, and so on and so forth. A lot of DLC content. Then there is a $59.99 deluxe edition that'll include some more in-game items, horse armor, sets, things of that nature. Again, I'll take the L. I, these days, expect us to get, I don't even want to say screwed over, because in yesterday's video, everybody was of the mindset that they would spend $70 on the game, or a lot of people were of the mindset that they would spend $70 on the game. So
I personally didn't think we were going to spend $70 for a remaster. I mean, if it would have been Nintendo, yeah, but Microsoft's actually been the only pro-consumer company out there. They've been very pro-consumer. We're getting a brand new AAA game like Expedition 33 at $30 or $50. But it's okay. I accept your apology. I accept that you take the L. Yes, I can blame you. No, I'm just joking, GameCross. I love you, man. I love your videos, so go check them out if you want to.
I am pleasantly surprised that it is $50, and again, I will completely take the L on this. If I'm wrong about something, you know, I'll own it. I have no problem with being wrong. It's just these days, I don't expect us to get the things that are well-priced in favor of the consumer, so to speak. I mean, this is available on Game Pass right out the gate, but the fact is, Oblivion is an incredibly iconic game, and I just feel like a remaster like this is so much more valuable than even like Last of Us Part 1, and that was priced at $70. Maybe it's a little bit of a different MO between what Microsoft is doing and what PlayStation is doing and what Bethesda's doing and what PlayStation's doing. Maybe they value remasters differently. I mean, Days Gone is coming out, and that's $50. So I thought Oblivion, this open world RPG that has an immense amount of content, would be at least $60, and it's not even 60, it's 50 for the base release, and the base release is really what the majority of people want, with the expansions being included. I saw a lot of people think about the fact that
see, this is what games should be like. The base version should be at $50, especially for a remaster. Honestly, I think remasters need to be cheaper than that. And then, you know, you have $10 extra for some extra quests, DLC armor. That's how it should be. We shouldn't be having these $70, $80 games with their fake early access, with all their digital deluxe editions. You know, some of the digital deluxe editions aren't bad. You know, or not even digital, I mean just the deluxe editions. But for their ultimate editions, those are a freaking joke, not even worth it. Their collector's editions, those are a joke, not even worth it. You know, I would understand if this would have been Sony, or if this would have been Nintendo. Well, if it was Sony, I would expect a $70 price tag. If it was Nintendo, I would expect a $90 price tag.
You know, Knights of the Nine and Shivering Isles, that would be a part of the deluxe edition and not even be baked into the base release. But you're getting all of that content in the base release, which I think is tremendous. In comparison, Last of Us Part 1 had content removed. Yes, you had Left Behind in there, but you did not have the factions multiplayer component. And I get it, Oblivion doesn't have multiplayer, but you're talking about this immense open world RPG with a ton of content. And it's just, you know, Last of Us Part 1 was the metric I was using, because that was a remaster from the PlayStation 3 era of a very iconic game, and that was $70. And I would say the Oblivion remaster is way more valuable, orders of magnitude more valuable, at least to the majority of people, I would think, than Last of Us Part 1. But I think this is fantastic news. The game is available on Game Pass right away, but this is going to be great to check out and play through again. I just think, you know, for me right now, I have Clarence here, Expedition 33 to play. The Last Defense 100 Line Academy, that's another title that's being received incredibly well. So from my standpoint, I might actually put this on the back burner for the immediate future, and I should say the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Sometimes
I personally think Last of Us is better than this game. You know, I played a little bit of Oblivion. I was never a huge Oblivion fan. I did enjoy Skyrim, but I enjoy Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 more than I enjoy Skyrim and Oblivion. Now, I do appreciate that they've remastered this game, and honestly, looking at it, this is a remake. They can call it a remaster, but no, this is a remake. They even added voice acting to it. You know, but no, I don't think that the DLC or expansion should have been included with that deluxe edition like he was saying. No. If you are remastering or reporting an old game, the bare minimum is to include all DLC and expansion. Now, I do not agree with Sony not adding the multiplayer aspect for The Last of Us, but we know the reason why they did. They were planning on doing that damn sequel, well, not the sequel, but the live service one of it, and they didn't want people running over to that one to play the multiplayer instead of their live service one. That's what we know of. And then it turns out we never even got it, which is probably a good thing.
Those names are wild, but you get the idea. A lot of big games coming out, and this week went from a week that was going, kind of under the radar with Expedition 33, but you got Forza this week, Expedition 33, now Oblivion Remastered, 100 Line Academy, 100 Line Defense Academy, and then also, you've got Forza Horizon, to be fair, is Premium Edition, and now Oblivion as well. It is a stacked week of new game releases, and it is going to be one of the bigger weeks all in all in gaming for the year. I mean, I don't even think that's too big of a stretch to say when you look at all of the games coming out and a lot of depth to the new releases this week, so definitely reason to be excited. At only $50, this is going to be something to check out. $59.99 for the deluxe edition, and yeah, incredibly excited about it. Hopefully, now with Oblivion Remastered out, maybe we'll get an Elder Scrolls 6 update here in the near future. Remember that it's not like Bethesda worked on this in-house. It was outsourced to Virtuous to do.
Yeah, that would be nice if we can finally get an update for Elder Scrolls 6. I never played the first 3. No, I did play Mario Wind a little bit. I did not like Mario Wind. But Skyrim's really the only one that I liked, but and I feel you, man. I got to put this one on the back burner also. I still got to finish Assassin's Creed Shadows. I had to finish the post stuff of Monster Hunter Wilds. And then I had to play Expedition 33. I'm hoping that I can get through those 3 games and maybe touch on Oblivion Remaster before Doom: The Dark Ages comes out. I'm sorry, guys. I cannot play every single new game that comes out. 1, I don't want to spend that much money. Number 2, I just don't got that much time.
This remake, so a remaster, it really is more in line with a remake. The remaster term is thrown around a lot, and I look at, some of the remasters we get, this is at a much higher level than a lot of those, but Bethesda, you would think, has been hard at work on Elder Scrolls 6, and hopefully we'll hear about that sooner rather than later. I don't think it's going to be this year, hopefully next year, but yeah, $50, again, I will take the biggest of biggest L's. This one I was absolutely wrong about, and I'm happy to be wrong. Maybe this is one area where my pessimism, and that's where a lot of my forecasting on price points and things like that go, it's just being pessimistic. Like, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black came out at $50, and you're telling me Oblivion Remastered is the same price as that? Like, I liked Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, but that was a UE5 remake as well, updated release, and I just thought they could have gotten away with a higher price point, but I ain't complaining. It's just these days, I look at the $70 Last of Us Part 1s of the world, and this being at $49.99, definitely.
Hey, I get it, man. With the most corporate greed that we've gotten from Nintendo and Sony, I understand where you're coming from, but when it comes to Ninja Gaiden Black 2, it doesn't really matter which game is better than the other one. They're both remasters of old ports. I believe that Ninja Gaiden Black and this one were both on the 360. I may be incorrect. Let me know down in the comments if I am.
Incredibly exciting, so definitely worthwhile to check out. Available right now. Last I checked on the PlayStation Store, I tried searching for it. It wasn't there. Available on Steam. By the time you guys are watching this video, it will definitely be live, so go ahead and check that out. And remember, while Oblivion is an older game, you're seeing a lot of gameplay updates to this game, and why I thought it was going to be at a heftier price point was the fact that this is a game with so much content to it, where a Ninja Gaiden 2, a Last of Us Part 1, you're talking about, fairly short games, 10 to 15 hours. Oblivion Game of the Year edition on how long to beat, the main story is roughly 31 hours, main plus extra 83.5 hours, and then completionists can spend 173 hours on the game. When you're talking about that level of content, I thought that they were going to charge a heftier price point because from a value proposition standpoint and how many hours of gameplay you were getting, it would be worthwhile. The remaster.
I get it, man, but no game should ever be at $70. I don't care what anybody says. Absolutely no game. Well, that's it for my reaction. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with me or not. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay vigilant.